Skitten asked the only question that matters, and that is, whomst does this video belong to? And that is one of the greatest debates that we have.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Done. Absolutely done. Bring it up.
No, your hand has to be tied behind your back.
Okay, I'll do it behind my back. Done.
Both hands.
Let's do it.
No, both hands have to
Grab
be behind your back. Both hands have to be behind your
Arm
back.
wrestle this hand.
Put your other hand behind your back.
I'm not doing that, because then I can't put my hand in the camera. All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
Set, go. And that
I think I won that.
is how you game the system. So I'm stealing this video. That bitch did what at your wedding? That bitch did what? Maybe you should take this one.
What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten back at it again, and I'm. What are you doing?
Somebody's gonna try me.
Okay.
Press that dislike button. Fucking press that dislike button, bitch. I'll fucking cut your motherfucking. Smash that like button or fucking cut your goddamn.
Do you just want this video? You can just have it. You don't have to bring a knife out. What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten back at it again with your boy Chavezz and Totoro. Totoro?
Whatever.
I always called him Totoro, and then somebody was like, "You mean Totoro?" And I was like, "I guess."
I might.
I've never seen it. So, and I'm here to ask an important question.
Yeah.
Are you wearing
pants? A condom.
SPF?
Oh, SPF. Who gives a fuck about that?
Yo, this sun out here is fucking me up.
Oh yeah, she got a sunburn on her back.
This sun is out here fucking everybody up. Okay, global warming is gonna give all of us mesothelioma. I don't think that's the right disease. But it's important to wear SPF, so make sure you put that shit on.
How many of you guys just said the whole commercial after she said that? Because I know a lot of you can. All right, let's figure out.
And we're here to watch what
I'm gonna figure it out.
did that bitch
/credit.
do at your wedding?
Did that bitch
Taking way too
do
long.
at your wedding?
Shut up.
You spent like 10 minutes threatening my people.
So what? Those was your time, not my time.
Oh
Was
my
the
God.
bridesmaid at this wedding? The groom's ex-girlfriend, who was not invited, snuck into the church.
Oh, no.
And as the bride and groom were exchanging vows, started smashing dishes and throwing
What?
pots and pans around the
I don't
church
understand.
kitchen
She
in the
brought
basement.
her own dishes?
Groom's sister dragged her outside and sat on her until the cops came. You can clearly hear the smashing on the wedding video.
Oh my God.
That is so random, I believe it.
Did she bring her own dishes though? I don't understand why there are dishes at the plate at the church.
Yeah, I guess she brought her own dishes.
Oh, the church kitchen. It says church kitchen. We just went
Yeah.
on.
Cops came. You can clearly hear the smashing on
fucking
the
great.
wedding video.
Jesus.
My wife's cousin got engaged at our wedding.
Oh, I hate these stories. I read one from the point of view of the person who got engaged. Oh my God, it was so great. I was at my best friend's wedding and then I proposed. Why would you do that?
Awful.
Do not do that.
Awful.
Do not.
She barely even made the cut to get on the guest list at our super small wedding. Her hairdresser boyfriend thought that right after toasts was the right moment to pop the question. They were sitting with my wife's parents, who had been super shitty and unsupportive, even though we flew to the other side of the country
hell
to
no.
have the wedding in a place that was convenient to them.
That is a mistake. Don't do that. Y'all niggas need to stay home.
Naturally,
You better come to me if you
this
love
couple
me.
was sitting at my wife's family's table. Her family did nothing but fawn over this up cousin all night.
Yo,
and
he
then
is-
talk
he is
about
not
it.
happy about
And only
this.
that for the next several months. Wife's mom threw a bridal shower for the cousin. Not
Wow.
my wife. Showered them with gifts. Nothing for us. And what's crazy is that my wife and I are totally on
Wow.
okay terms with her family. Oh, and the cousin borrowed my photographer to take an impromptu
Oh
engagement
my
shoot on my
God.
dime out back, which resulted in my photographer missing the first dance.
Hell no. First of all, that photographer would not get fucking paid.
Hell no.
Because I hired you to do this thing for me and you didn't fucking do it to do somebody else's shit?
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
You better send them a bill.
Oh hell no.
The fuck? And also, why do you care that they didn't give you gifts? Who cares?
Fuck that shit.
They came, didn't have a good time, and they didn't. Who cares if they didn't give you gifts?
I mean, but I understand, like, if that's an expectation and then you don't get it, but then they do it for somebody else. It's like, you can do it for somebody else, but you can't do it for your own kid.
My mother-in-law physically
So they're
attacked
fatal
my wife for
attraction in
3
your
hours
wedding?
in the parking
Or not
lot,
fatal attraction,
accusing us.
single white femaling your wedding.
effects of drinking too much on our own wedding night. Got to be reminded of this our entire honeymoon. There were bruises on her shoulders.
What?
When confronted, had no recollection of the events that occurred, even though she was sober that night.
What?
My
All
sister's
right.
wedding, not mine. Bridesmaid is an hour late, shows up and asks to borrow anyone's car for some unknown reason. Same bridesmaid is engaged to one guy, but a different guy shows up as her date to the wedding. Then she proceeds to publicly just climb all over the guy.
What?
Everyone is leaving the reception, him helping my
Wow.
sister gather her things, when we realize the goose book is nowhere to be found. We are pretty sure that same bridesmaid took it. She left before the cleanup, because everyone else.
Wow.
We tried to call her several times to no avail. Finally get a hold of her. She's at some hotel with random date guy. She did accidentally take the goose book. Pretty sure it was some idiotic plan to get my sister to go hang out with her instead of her now husband.
Yeah.
Knowing this, my husband and I drive to the next
What
town,
on
where the
earth?
hotel is, to get it from her instead, to foil this stupid plan. Side note, she was pissed off from the beginning that I was the maid of honor at
Oh,
my own
good
sister's
grief.
wedding, and not her. She repeatedly tried to take over the easier of the MOH roles. Of course not the helping with prep part,
Right.
because that's just too much work.
Of course.
Please excuse any typos. I'm bad at words on mobile.
She was like, she saw this shit. She's like, I have the story for you, Reddit.
Right.
At
That's
my
insane.
parents' wedding almost 40 years ago, my aunt, mom's older sister, got completely shit-faced.
That's why I'm so
Made
glad
her
we're
way
not
to
having
the
an open
pool.
bar.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about the same thing. I don't want people getting super fucked up at the wedding.
No.
Sorry, guys.
No. If you want to get super fucked up, you can pay for that shit.
Yeah, or come to the second reception where you can be as shit-faced as you want and
Exactly.
nobody gives a fuck.
Does the ice also taste gross in your tea?
The ice?
Yeah.
That's fine.
House where she proceeded to get almost totally naked. I
Huh. My mom's older sister got shit-faced and got almost totally naked in the pool.
think the only thing
Yeah,
she
that's
left on
pretty
were her
awful.
panties.
Yeah.
Then rushed out of the pool house screaming at the top of her lungs. My mom,
That is some drunk people shit. Like, why is she yelling? What is going on?
who is literally the most non-confrontational person I have ever known,
Oh.
slapped her across the face as hard as she could, then didn't speak to her for 6 years.
Ooh, man, it's got a sad ending to it.
Yeah.
6 years part makes sense,
My
though.
wife and I about to dance for the first dance. My wife's grandfather walks up and says he wants to dance and then make a speech. These events are sort of timed with the DJ and foodie CT.
Right.
My wife explains that we are doing the first dance, then the parent dances, and she said she would be more than happy to dance with him after those, due to timing things out. The mother-son dance was very important to me, because my mother had late-stage liver cancer, and she was beyond excited to live to see her oldest son get married. She passed
Aw,
7
that's
months
sad.
later.
Wow.
We do the first dance, and right as I'm bringing my mom up, he makes a scene, leaves with his wife, and we don't see them the rest of the trip.
I'm so
Thank God the
confused.
DJ was awesome cause he changed up the song, because the one I was going to dance with my mom to was just about to come on. I talked to my wife, then I got to have my dance. Doesn't sound too terrible, but it was like the one part where things were timed out and had to go smoothly.
Right.
And he upset my wife.
Which is not what you would want. Yeah, that's not good. That's pretty fucking bad. That really is. It's
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, you tell the story, you're like, this doesn't sound as bad, but, like, yeah, no, we got it. We put yourselves in your shoes, dude.
No, because
It's
I mean,
fucked up.
like, I already know, like, that if somebody upsets me at our wedding, you're gonna be pissed.
That's how it goes.
You know what I mean? And if somebody upsets you at our wedding, I'm gonna be pissed.
We got people on deck, though.
No,
The bridal
yeah, we got-
party is
yes.
ready for these situations.
Everyone is ready.
Yeah.
Either the groom's dad, who got raging drunk and interrupted our wedding toast with a 14-minute long ramble about his business.
We will cut you off. I will cut the shit off. I'll cut it off.
We've got people standing by the mic plug.
For real. I will cut 14 minutes. You got like 6. And I'm going to be like, it's time to wrap that shit up. I'm ready to do some other shit.
And how he built my husband up, and how he wouldn't have been a man without him. Blah blah blah. And he gave us $25 as a wedding gift.
Ayy.
Or my husband's
That's fucked up. Talk all this shit about how you made me, then give me $25. Don't give me anything then. It's better.
co-worker, who not only brought his disaster of a
Starbucks.
It does buy not that much Starbucks, actually. Not even that much Starbucks.
You get your points on the app.
Oh
But
my
his
God.
mouth-breathing public masturbator of a son.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? What? That was so much there.
She wore her wedding dress to a barbecue. My reception was a barbecue, and they sat at our cake table. You know, the little table that the cake sits on by itself. They put their plates on it and sat there. Every fucking picture of my wedding cake has this guy and his brick stupid ugly family ducking into the shot, waving. I'm still not over it.
I would be pissed.
They sat at the cake table?
I would be fucking pissed.
You don't sit at the cake table. That's for the cake, man. Not for you. How do you fix that? That's a special kind of stupid. So many people are in so many families where...
And that's the whole family is stupid too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So many people are in so many families where, like, you know, everybody knows that that family's dumb. So they're just like, how do you lecture the dumb ones? Like, they're doing more dumb shit again.
Don't invite them.
I'm telling you. Tell them they're not invited. You do not have to show up.
His step-aunt lives through her daughter. She lets that girl do anything she wants. She's 15 or 16. Well, literally, my husband and I walked
Fucking entitled parent, man. We've seen him.
did our dance, got our food, and sat down. My aunt comes over to our table and starts talking to us about how her daughter had a photo shoot and is basically a model, and how her daughter just broke up with her boyfriend that was sleeping in her bed because he was controlling. I took it with a grain of salt. No big deal. All the while the daughter and her friend were dancing provocatively in white tiny dresses. Honestly, the attire didn't bother me. I had people walking up to me telling me that those girls needed to cover up. Again, no big deal. Teens will be teens. Here's the kicker: the daughter took a liking in one of my coworkers who was 21.
Oh no.
Remember, she 15
No.
or 16. So her mom is trying to hook them up.
Please stop.
She told my friend that the daughter was 18 and spent the remainder of the night asking me to get his number and play messenger for her daughter.
Why would anybody do that?
Awful.
Why would anybody do that?
Pimp your baby out, I guess. I don't know.
For why?
A few weeks down the line, I find out the aunt and her daughter were talking shit about my brother, and I went off on them. Their response to me was that I'm nothing to them, and I should have been grateful that they even came to my wedding and pretended that they liked me.
What pieces of shit individuals are we talking about?
Understand.
That was so fucking intense. That was like the rudest thing that could have... What the fuck just happened in this story?
I don't know.
Well, they did it. And tried to get a man arrested.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
How does your mom know you're jailbait and she's just like, it's fine?
And I just, in my mind, like the first thing I was gonna say, like, hope that dude punches that girl in the face. You know, and I was like, I'm not gonna say that. But like, what else would your response be? You know, like this girl's twerking on you, like you getting in shit, somebody pulls you aside, like, you know she's 16, right?
Oh, hell no.
I'll punch her and the mom in the face. I'll just go to jail. I'll go to jail for that instead. I would much rather...
You know, the bride doesn't address whether or not she'd like let her coworker know.
I would much rather go to jail for cold cocking this little girl than go to jail for sleeping with this little girl. Isn't that a better option?
Why would you just walk away?
Uppercut that bitch in the face. Just to be sure. Everybody knows.
No, just leave.
Everybody knows I'm innocent.
Let's not resort to violence against women. Let's just leave.
You're right. But you can daydream, can't you? Or be in a VR game, like Swagger Soul said, and beat your pretend wife. Alright, let's get out of here.